gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Shondell Wilbur.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you once again to another episode of the Bury the Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. I am Dell. That is Devin. We are on the road to WrestleMania. And that's what we're going to be talking about a whole lot on this episode. We're going to get into the presser, because we had that this week.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, a couple other things. Of course, AEW they're around, so some stuff happens. So we'll discuss.
Mm-hmm.
We'll discuss a certain form of, excuse the pun, business that that will be to follow there. But first and foremost, how are we doing?
Great. Another glorious Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Every day is a holiday. Every meal is a banquet. We're here.
I need that shirt. Every day is a holiday. Every meal is a banquet. Right there.
It's Aliens.
I need that.
When they were waking up from the movie. Yeah.
It's got to be. I swear, if it's not a shirt, it should be.
I mean, look.
I was about to say, it has to be. It's got to be merch. Like, I feel like there has to be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a...
What?
Yeah, it's a day in the Marine Corps. It's like a day on the farm. Every meal is a banquet. Every paycheck a fortune.
Let's do this.
Every formation a parade.
Why is it not a thing?
It's not. Yeah, that needs to be on the shirt.
Yeah, that should have already. We should already have done that.
Yeah, that's the Colonial Marines.
Yeah, we should have already done that. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was
either that or a poster or something like.
That's one of my favorite movies.
On like a bag or something.
Yeah.
You know, like. Wow.
I wonder if we can we copyright that? Not copyright. No, we can't copyright it. But can we steal that? I think Ridley Scott would be like, "Oh yeah, it's cool, you can use it."
Yeah, hey, well, you know, I got some other stuff going on. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing so many other things.
I'll send a message out.
Yeah. Cause
I go around screaming assholes and elbows, people. Let's get it together. Hudson, get over here now. The messed up thing is, I saw the movie yesterday.
I'm due for another. I'm due for another box set run, like, cause
okay,
like you know, every now and then I'll just, cause I bought, like, you know, that the box set where it comes in the whole Whale and Yutani thing, and yeah. I haven't opened that up in a little while. I think I need to jump in and just.
You got to.
Yeah, and I definitely haven't watched it since I got the new, TV and all that. So
yeah,
I think I'm gonna do that.
Gosh,
man,
now I need to. Cause I watched Alien and Aliens yesterday.
Okay.
I was doing paperwork.
You're like, you know what? Today's a good time for this.
And, you know, you got the rest of the movies. I mean, I'm not going to talk bad about them because I've seen them all thousands of times.
And they're essential to the story. You got to...
Yeah.
You know.
You
got to watch all of them. You got to have all of them.
It's always to see The Rock. Not The Rock. Is that what's his name? Not The Rock?
Charles S. Dutton?
Charles S. Dutton.
He's in a show called Rock.
Rock. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, shoot. Good to see him out there working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so all right. So speaking of The Rock,
Yeah.
let's just do the do and jump right into to the press conference
Mhm.
for WrestleMania. We had Raw and we had SmackDown, but this week was pretty much built off of the WrestleMania press conference, the
Mhm.
big WrestleMania press conference, and I mean, stuff happened. We seen some of the fallout. Well, we seen all of the fallout from the previous SmackDown when The Rock pretty much strong armed his way into the main event of WrestleMania. We discussed it on the last episode of the Bury the Booking podcast and how that wasn't the best look and it wasn't the best received. And then we started hearing rumors and reports and social media posts of WWE trying to get ahead of this and trying to lean into the hashtag movement we want Cody because it blew up
Yeah.
because everyone knew that that segment on Friday night was so forced and it was so like it made no sense. It was just a way to be like, look, we got The Rock and Roman in this match, and that's just what it is now. And they got a lot of backlash.
I was one of them.
I was one of them.
I
Like I
said some.
understood, but I wasn't happy.
I said a lot of. I said a lot of things online that maybe I should have kept to myself. I did. A lot of things was said. A lot of opinions was out there.
It happens.
Yeah, fuck you, Rock.
I mean, and this was a huge deal. This was a really, really gigantic thing that happened, and the blowback was immediate. You know, of course, you had the initial of, oh my God, we're finally going to get Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. This is going to be, this is it. This is the match. And I understood that. I got that. I got the importance of the match and how big it is and how big it's supposed to be. But not at the expense of Cody. And
No.
people were like, nah, don't do that. Don't do this. Not like this. It made no sense to do. And then, you know, everything with Punk being injured and then them not knowing because the plan was for Seth and Punk and stuff getting switched around. And they're like, oh, well, maybe we can just put Seth in with Cody and then we do the Rock Roman match. And which, I mean, whatever I got. But, oh, by the way, speaking of Punk being injured, I gotta jump off course real quick and talk about Drew McIntyre's shirt from Monday Night Raw.
I enjoyed it.
Drew McIntyre is doing.
I'm liking Drew.
Yo, Drew McIntyre is doing like
a lot
work out here. Like he is so freaking entertaining.
Is that shirt actually for sale?
You know what? I don't know because that was freaking awesome. Like that was absolutely hilarious. And Drew McIntyre had a shirt of him over the grave of like Punk. It's a shirt? It is.
It's a shirt on the WWE shop.
That's nuts.
Oh my God. It is an official shirt.
Wow. That's fantastic. Not even gonna lie, that's fantastic.
Wow. He did say it was outselling Punk's merch. People buying it.
People buy it. Wow, that's nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But getting back into that, you know, WWE was probably going Rollins and Cody and you know, they're like, all right, well, we can do the thing. We could do Rock and Roman. Means Roman, you know, Rock's been pushing for this match for ages and looks like now's the time. But what about Cody's story?
Yeah.
What about finishing the story? It's everywhere. It has been everywhere since he came back to WWE. since people had a sour taste in their mouth since he lost at WrestleMania last year. And like I said, the taste kind of left when people got on board and came to the realization that, okay, we can do this next year. And we give Cody an extra year of build up, which he has, an extra year of, getting from point A to point B, which he has, and winning the Royal Rumble again, which he has, and earning a shot at WrestleMania, which should be the match with Roman Reigns. And then the Rock thing happened, and it was not good.
No.
And then, Monday happened, the hashtags, and then they start pushing for this press event. So once that happened, once Monday night happened, I'm like, they're going to have to fix this. They're going to have to fix this. Like, there's no way that they're not fixing this, because The Rock did not get the reaction that he wanted, nor that I believe WWE thought that the reaction to the match was going to get, because it came at the expense of Cody.
And The Rock is, how can I put this? He's not relevant right now. Yes, the Roman Reigns Rock match would have been great to see, fine, no problem, no issues with it. But to be honest, do I watch wrestling now and think of The Rock? No. Why? Because I'm a grown man and I'm not in high school no more.
Fair.
When I was in high school, sure, The Rock, big thing. Now, as a 40-year-old man, I don't care about The Rock.
We seen him. We seen him when he actually worked.
He had his time. He had a great run.
He's a legend now. I get it. I respect everything he's done for wrestling and all the memories they gave us, all the matches and all that stuff. I'm glad you respect him.
At least somebody does.
But the thing with this was, like you said, like right now where WWE is, it's Cody's time. Yeah. It is time. People want something new. People want something different from Roman. But not only that, like, Cody is like universally loved. Like Cody's that person. He's like the fans' person. And they just completely like just crapped all over him with this. And they realized it was a bad idea, bad move, and then they tried to essentially spin it like this was going to be part of the plan.
No.
It wasn't.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
And you got some people who, like, and I get it, passion fans and, WWE homers and things like that. Oh, you just gotta let it play out, this and this and this. And then, like, after the press conference and stuff happened, they're like, oh, what a, this was a brilliant story. They doing this and that. No.
I didn't believe this shit at all.
No. They realized that they messed up and they had to go back on it and fix it. This is what happened. This was not the plan at all.
No.
Because they wanted Rock and Roman. They just wasn't prepared for the fan backlash that they got.
Cause they didn't talk to me. I would have let them know this was a bad idea. The only person who I know who enjoys The Rock that much is Collins.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. That was Collins' man. That's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, nobody care about The Rock. It's good to see him. Don't get me wrong.
Yes,
I talk a lot of trash. It's good to see him. Would love to get him in the ring, do a couple things, throw the elbow around.
Absolutely.
Fine. But don't mess up a show. Stop.
Don't mess up the match.
Yes.
The match that was essentially promised to us a long time ago. And everyone was okay with it being predictable because they knew that we were going to get what we were supposed to get, which is Cody getting his moment. And everyone was expecting that. Again, it's not one of those things where, oh, this is predictable, this sucks. No, people want this to happen. and people want to be around for the moment. People want to know the moment's happening so they can be, so they can either watch, be there, or anything. They want to be a part of the moment. And you took that from not only Cody, but you took it from the fans, and it wasn't good.
No,
it wasn't good at all. So with this, essentially, the Seth Rollins came out for this segment. Seth Rollins came out, and we all knew where this was going. Seth's he's just there because he's got to be there. He's a champion. Cody has his decision to make. We know he's not going to make that decision, even though I don't think they explained that this was a renege on the decision, because Cody did just say, like, I'm coming for the title, just not at WrestleMania. Then they left it at that. But then when they went back to Monday and they started promoting the presser, they were just like, Cody's going to make the decision. I'm like, he did make it already. Like, y'all just trying to, like,
backpedal.
Trying to doing classic WWE stuff and just hope we forget. Because that's usually what they do, and what they did when they mess something up. They'll just continue like business as usual and just hope that you just don't mention the last part of it.
The amount of boos that took place.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. He calling, first The Rock calling people Cody crybaby.
Yes.
And, trying to thank all his millions of fans. Well, he doesn't have millions of fans. You got like 15 fans.
And they're gonna do the thing because people do the thing. Mm-hmm. Like when you do the thing, they want you're getting the crowd participation. So you're giving them an opportunity to be a part of the show. So when he does the millions and then everyone says, and millions, they're going to say it because
you're trained.
You're exactly. And he knew, and like, come on. But yeah, so, Roman comes out. They talks, of course, completely belittles and downs Seth and the
which is kind of funny. I give it to him. I thought their going back and forth was pretty funny.
Especially the history between those two, being in the Shield and all that, like being stable mates and all that from years ago. Like and then so much other stuff happened. Like Seth stepped on Roman before when Roman wrestled Brock Lesnar and cashed in the Money in the Bank at the main event at WrestleMania. Screw Roman and all this and that. So now it's Roman's turn to be like, but yeah, so Roman says it's not Cody's choice anymore. Roman chooses Rock. They do that whole thing. And The Rock's essentially just like telling the crowd, like you said, Cody crybabies and everything, but he's telling the crowd, like, look, this is the bigger match. This is the match that's going to be the moneymaker. Like, take it. The crowd just was not accepting it. They were not
screaming, "We want Cody. The Rock sucks."
Right, and
like you can, like, if you play it back, you can hear some serious insults being thrown in the crowd at the Rock.
Yes, people were not happy.
No,
people were not happy at all. And then, of course, it goes. Then he brings up the Samoan dynasty, the Samoan family tree. I get it. Like, I respect it. I'm more than impressed by the family tree. I can't dispute that. But again, he uses that as like, oh, if you can't see that this, and this, and then
I'm part of that minority because I didn't give two shits about your tree.
I mean, it's full with so many like it has so much in there, from start to even down all the way down to Lance, all the way down to Jacob Fatu, like all like it's like the Samoan dynasty is still growing because like you we haven't seen certain members of it on the grand stage, like they're not in WWE or things like that. But times could change, and you can see them, and we'll be having another conversation about maybe Jacob or somebody else like down the line. But so he's spinning this, he's showing this, and he's again force feeding the fans like, look, this match is happening. We don't care if you like it or not. This is between us. This is going to be a match that's going to make money in spite of you anyway. So we'll see y'all at WrestleMania, because y'all ain't like y'all ain't going to watch it.
I wasn't.
And so cue Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came out, dropped his BS line. Cody was on. Cody was on fire.
Yeah.
Cody was on fire. Cody came out, said everything was BS. And I mean, long story short, insulted The Rock and Roman, saying like, their grandfathers would be ashamed of them and this and that. And
it's true though. Like Cody said, he said, "How's Jay? Y'all family, but what about Jay? You know, y'all not that tight."
Exactly. And so he essentially chose Roman for his shocker as his WrestleMania opponent. And I'm feeling for poor Seth over there. He's just standing there,
collecting a check. He doing what he doing.
Just standing,
chilling. He like, I don't care.
I could have got him a chair. He needs to rest that leg. Like, could have sat down. Like, he probably shouldn't just be standing over there on that thing for like all that long time.
He probably got the last minute memo that he was a part of it. He was like, "Wait, what? What are we doing? It's not on my calendar."
So yeah, but I mean, plot twist and all this thing, which isn't really a plot twist. They just leaned into something that they can't avoid right now, and it was The Rock taking exception to Cody pretty much using his right in selecting Roman Reigns to take on WrestleMania, and also, I guess, insulting his family, insulting the bloodline. And of course, that whole thing, if you insult me, you insult him, yeah. Then the slap comes. The Rock slapped Cody.
He did, yo. He was
slapped
like,
that man across the face.
"Keep my wife's name out your mouth." Popped him one.
Slapped Cody straight in the mouth, thus completely leaning in to obviously it's heel Rock now. And essentially siding with Roman for right now. So you got Rock, and then first of all, this sparked Seth jumping into it, and Seth's like, you can't do that just because you're a member of the board and all this. And they have that whole pull apart which was going on out there. And then essentially you have Rock, who is now endorsing Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because Rock doesn't have the match now. He's very spiteful for Cody taking the match away from him, even though he took that match away from Cody now. And it's given a, I don't know, it's given a new, fresh, I don't know how long this is going to last, because The Rock is, we obviously you ain't going to see The Rock every day in WWE, but it gives it a little fresh coat of paint onto the Roman Reigns thing and to the bloodline thing right now by having Rock. And Rock is on the board. Rock is a boss, so to speak. And you got heel Rock now, coming full circle from The Rock being corporate Rock to VKM, who we won't say his name anymore because he's been erased from WWE.
Gone.
Could we see something where The Rock takes that role and Roman Reigns is his champion for right now. Like, and you know, of course, you tie in the whole bloodline thing and this like 2-man power thing going on between Rock and Roman, and against Cody, and right now against Seth, because Seth jumped in it too. But I don't know, like I'm a little more excited about this now. Like, I'm excited now The Rock's back and they leaned into the everybody hating Rock thing, because you had to. I mean, there was no way. Even if they did fix it, what's done was done, and The Rock still took that moment from Cody, so fans were still going to be resentful. So just leaning into this to get this reaction, I think, is the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
And heel Rock is the best Rock. I always the perfect time for me was when Rock first came back after doing all the movies at first, like for the first run of Hollywood Rock was absolutely fantastic, because like he leaned into the fact that people did resent him from leaving and going to Hollywood, and when he came back, he just lived that. He was just like, it was everything that you hated about him, and it worked.
You also had upset that he left, but also upset that he made trash movies.
You can also be mad at the fact that he made trash movies. Absolutely.
That's why I was upset.
So yeah, I mean, I'm more excited for this part of it now. Like, you see The Rock, you're like, oh, Rock's back, and whatever, he'll be gone for a little bit. But F this, and even now he's on the board of the company, so maybe we see him not frequently, obviously, but maybe we see him more frequently, and especially right now, being it's WrestleMania season, and we'll see where the story goes with that. We'll see where the story goes, tying in with him and Roman, whether that leads to more of a union or more of a split between the two. Maybe right now this is this, and maybe further down the line the egos play a part of it, and then it builds to the match that they thought that they were going to have at WrestleMania but not have now. But I don't know. I'm interested in seeing where this part of it goes now that they fixed it, because it was not the plan all along. Don't let anyone fool you in telling you that, making you think that this was part of the story, because it wasn't.
And then, you got Triple H. He throwing jabs.
Yeah, I mean, and you had The Rock backstage. Triple H was talking. You had The Rock and Roman and Paul Heyman come backstage, and Rock's telling Triple H, fix it. I'm like,
Triple H got on stage and addressed it. What was it? Yeah.
But I mean, at this point, I mean, Rock's the guy, and he's telling Triple H to fix it. Rock on the board. Triple H ain't. I don't know, man. It's
I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah. With that, I'm definitely excited to see what happens with that. Couple other things on the presser. I guess the only other real thing of merit was the Rhea and Becky Lynch interactions there. Becky Lynch is going to be a part of the Elimination Chamber to try to get a match against the Women's World Champion. Yes.
That Perth match?
Yes.
Event? That's 5 a.m.
It is.
Eastern Standard Time.
It is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make it. I don't get up till like 6.
Yeah. We'll figure that one out, but I'll be up. I'll watch it. We'll figure
5
out.
5 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
God forbid if you're on the West Coast.
I'm not 100% upset, because this is how they live their entire lives on our time. Like, so it's like, now that WWE has gotten global and doing more PLEs, doing more premium live events in other countries and other parts of the world, now we're seeing like the time change, and I'm like, oh wow, this is how y'all live. Like, I know it's bad because watching Wrestle Kingdom, watching New Japan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like in different parts of the world, like, yeah, this is
staying up
Yeah.
Like 4 in the morning.
Yeah. 4 in the-
Watching
you got-
events.
yeah. And the event is just starting at 4 a.m.
Mhm.
Like it's crazy. It's definitely wild. It's wild. But but it looks like they might be leaning into Rhea and Becky. Rhea has a match with Nia Jax, I believe, at Elimination Chamber, and Becky's in the Elimination Chamber match. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Elimination Chambers are always fun. That matches. Have you seen an Elimination Chamber match before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well,
No, because I was going to check a couple of them out on.
Okay. Yeah, there's. I'm trying to figure out a good one for you to see. I'll think about a good men's and a good women's.
Because I was watching the qualifying matches this week. Drew, Bianca, Orton. Is Orton hurt?
I don't know.
Like his back looked like it spasmed on him.
Yeah, I mean, he was out with the back, so
yeah,
all that
he
long
doing
time.
too much.
Nah, I mean, hopefully not.
Yeah,
But
need some ice.
Yeah. But yeah, so Elimination Chamber match. I'm definitely going to have to find something good for you to check that out.
Okay.
Be a good just something to watch before, because you'll enjoy it. Speaking of stuff to watch, did you hear the announcement that they made about the WWE's partnership with X for WWE Speed?
Yes. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care, because you know it's going to be like matches with like Ricochet and like somebody.
I don't.
Dragon Lee or
it's promotion work.
Yeah, I mean, which is fine.
They're trying to get more eyes on the product.
Yeah, I'm not going to be watching. I already watch a ton of wrestling. I mean, I'll probably check out maybe like here and there, like if I'm, I'll watch maybe. But essentially, it's WWE Speed is, for people who don't know, is going to be 5-minute matches or up to 5-minute matches, streaming on X. So X and WWE will have matches, quick, digestible, bite-sized matches for you to just enjoy. Just little fast-paced, fast matches.
It's them. It's it's X trying to get into the whole YouTube Shorts type environment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess this
X is struggling.
A good way. And then with WWE, this helps. I mean, with the TKO, they could do like knockout matches.
Yeah.
You could do show some UFC knockouts or something real quick, or I don't know.
But X is trying to stay relevant. That's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah.
That platform is dying.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And as an original Twitter user, it's sad to see it go down like this.
It definitely ain't been the same for quite a while.
Yeah. And that's a platform that I actually enjoyed. Now is slowly fading away.
Yeah, it's falling by the wayside, and that's no good. That's no good. I mean, that being said, if you guys are on there, do check us out on X.
Yeah. Follow.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe.
I'm
both
on there.
Of our socials, the Level Down Podcast. Follow that. Follow Barry.
Talk to me.
Podcast. Yeah, listen, we're here. We're on X. We just know it's in trouble.
Yeah, it's gonna be like MySpace.
Ooh,
for those who remember MySpace.
Yeah, I remember MySpace.
It's cool though. We all gonna go back to LiveJournal soon.
I just bought a few.
You bought LiveJournal?
Oh wait, I thought
the
we were
website.
Talking about I thought we were talking about actual journals.
No. There's a website.
Yeah, I bought a few for note. I use like journal books for notepads for work.
Oh,
So
okay.
I thought, yeah. Oh yeah, no, I don't use Live Journal.
No, Live Journal used to be the site back in the day.
No, jeez, I haven't used that in ages.
No, I go to Walmart. I go to Walmart and get the 5-star Spyro mini notebooks.
Okay. Every time I try to use those, like, I don't know if I'm turning pages too hard. They just like peel and fall off. I'm like,
I don't write that much. I just need them make it look like I'm keeping notes and stuff like that.
I've been doing a lot more writing with this new job though, so yeah. So I got like a little, and journals like are like more sturdy books.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll write notes in these things. I'll write everything down I need to do on these. But we took a turn. We're sorry, guys.
It happens.
It happens. I want to just briefly talk about, we got WWE. And we also, on the Barry the Booking podcast, we always talk about AEW.
Or lack thereof.
Because this week in AEW was very much like a lot of the past other weeks in AEW. Mm-hmm. Stuff happened. We had good matches. Stuff happened.
Yeah.
But everyone leaned on last week. Tony Khan, again, had another major announcement. And one thing we know about Tony Khan's major announcements, they always fall flat.
Yeah, I didn't understand what the big deal was with this one.
All right, so this one's a little middle of the road. This major announcement was a major announcement, but it wasn't a major announcement. I mean, Tony Khan makes all these major announcements about, oh, we're doing a tournament or we're running a show in this spot. And you're like, all right, well, they ain't really a major announcement. Like, I'll watch the show when it come on. Damn, who cares? You know? Mm-hmm. This one, it's going to be an episode of Dynamite, but it's a titled show. So they tend to do like a lot of, like when they had Winter is Coming. Like the first Winter is Coming was when we debuted Sting for the first time. So it was one of those. And essentially, this is what AEW Big Business is going to be. So first, when I seen it, I immediately went to, okay, I know where this is going. And then when he announced where it was going to be, I said, all right, I know exactly where this is going. And then when they showed the graphic and the way they spelled Boston, you made the announcement without making the announcement because you want the announcement to be at the event. But you made the announcement by getting to get everyone to the event. And with AEW, people are talking about, well, attendance is low and this and that. And I mean, he couldn't have told you any more blatant unless he told you, look, on Wednesday, March 13th, Mercedes Moné is going to debut on AEW. Because that's what this is. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what it is. Big Business, Boston. She's the boss, Sasha Banks, B-O-S-S. They spelled Boston, B-O-S-S. Yeah. Like, tell me Mercedes Moné is going to be a. They did, but I guess if you're in trouble, if you're AEW, and you need people to show up to that event and be like a big event, and also to maybe as a good showing for her as well, like you promote this to get everyone there. She gets the audience. She makes the impact, and then hopefully that catches fire from there and continues rolling.
Well, they need to do something since Collision won't be on next week.
Yeah,
they're off they got bumped for a basketball game,
and such is life on TNT.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it ain't gonna be the first time.
Now, when you start getting bumped for Law and Order reruns, then
you're
we're
in trouble. Yeah, you're in huge trouble. You're you're in big time trouble.
Yes.
But yeah, so Tony Khan announced AEW's big business, and then on the surface of it, it's just Tony Khan just announced another show, like another, another event where I could buy tickets this weekend. Like you always do that. Like remember the last announcement was like, oh, we're going back to England next year. Okay. We'll deal with that next year. Like, why?
Doesn't he have somebody else to do this for him? I don't like the way he looks.
No.
Like,
no, he doesn't. He doesn't, and I don't believe he wants to.
Like, every time he seemed like, why, dude? You can't be the face of the company. You can't be. You can hire anybody else to be the face and just sit back, collect that check, make your moves from behind the scene. I don't want to see you.
It's got to be Tony, man. But
So ridiculous.
I mean, hopefully this does something. Hopefully this just turns it around. It's definitely big business, money theme. A lot of people were saying there's rumors about Okada and Okada going over to WWE, even though nothing's confirmed. But there's also the rumors of big business, money signs. Of course, Okada's the Rainmaker. Like you could. Maybe we double up on this show. Maybe we know we're getting Mercedes Moné, but surprise, you got Okada too. If that were to happen, I'm just fantasy booking here because anything could happen. Okada could show up at WWE next week for all we know.
Yeah.
But if you're AEW, if you were able to score Mercedes Moné and Okada, you got to capitalize on that. There's no excuse. And with this,
well, you see, they're trying to build up the whole women's. They had like 4 matches in this week.
Yeah, and again, you better, because now you got to show Mercedes that you're going to take stock in this. Like you are going to take women's wrestling serious, because one, you're going to need to feature her on TV because she's your star. They got tons of other women stars that they don't use, and that's another argument for another day. But she's going to be the one that could potentially bring new eyes to AEW. So you got to start getting the women hot and acclimated now on TV, and then introduce her and put her in the fold of those people. So hopefully we get more women's matches in the coming weeks leading up to Mercedes' debut on, I believe it's March 13th. So we'll see. Here's hoping we finally turn this around if we're AEW and in the women's division, because it needs some help.
Yeah.
It has the talent. We just need more. And that's what AEW, the product as a whole, we need more. You got a bunch of stuff happening, and we say this every week. We just need
every week.
We say it every week. Every week. And I'm pretty sure we're going to say it next week.
I know people watching this, they're like, oh, is Devin high? No, I'm having an eye attack, people.
Yeah, he's got eye issues.
Yeah.
So
eye doctor coming up.
Yeah, we
not high.
Yeah, he's not on anything.
No. Just a bad eye day.
Yeah. We do random drug tests here. Also, and we have a wellness policy.
Yep.
And if anything happens, we'll be sure to make it public. So
I push through everything, even bad IDs.
Yep, exactly.
The joint is red. Oh, let me close that eye back up.
Yeah. We're gonna get you some help. Well, that's gonna do it for us.
Oh man,
on the Bury the Booking podcast. We want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you decide you want to look at us on YouTube, you can also listen to us on Spotify. We're on the Apples. We're on the everything, the iHeartRadios, everywhere you like to listen to your podcast. Thank you again. Follow us on social media, and we will see you next time on the Bury the Booking podcast. Later.